Hey there. Good afternoon. Um, Here I think I'm at the end of stuff to talk about, and something else shows up. So we were sawing the other day, and I got down to my last 2 1/8, because the blade you got to count for about 1/8 of an inch on the cut. So the second to last cut is at 2 1/8. But I couldn't drop down low enough, so it was my guide bearings were not. So the mill comes down and it sets. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you. So there's so this pad is like the bottom. This whole head comes down and it sits here, and that's your lowest cut. So it's this bearing that gets adjusted up and down, and then the tilt. There's a these back um, adjust the tip, and then this is just a down or up pressure. So I had to readjust all these, and I've got them nicely tuned now. And so I put all those 2 1/8 cants aside, and I just resawed them, and I'm real happy with the split. So we're good to go for continuing on, and I'll show you. Um, I really like the Cook's system. I like a lot of features that they put in the mill. So they do this. They do this all steel wheel, and they put a little. They mount the bearing into the wheel, and then they machine it. Put a little crown in here, but it's perfectly round. That's a key. And then because it's all metal, in the band, we're doing a drip system of diesel. So off-road diesel, of course, red. And then we got a little wipe system of felt, and just a drip system. So I turn it on and off just. And it because what I'm fighting is the pitch, especially with pine. You've got this gummy pitch, and so it keeps it pretty clean. But they've got so this is an adjustment tool that comes with the sawmill, and this gets put onto the mill. Yeah, I can't operate and hold the phone. So you'll have to just imagine, but you slide this piece of steel out, and then it sits on top of the blade, and then this U comes up underneath, and you tighten it up against the blade. And on a sawmill, there's every third tooth. So there's a straight, there's a right, and a left. Straight, right, left. So you don't want to be on a peak, because that's the set that opens the cut bigger than the blade. Otherwise, it would create friction and heat, and you'd destroy your blade. So that's the set. So you put it on a tooth that's not a tipped suit, and then you lay across the straight edge, and you start measuring up. And so I had to go down an entire quarter of an inch to get to that lowest setting, to get to an inch cut at the very end. And I've got it better than I've had it in the past. Everything is, the angles are nicely tipped. So this gives you an extreme, right? If this is locked in at the blade, uh, because it's overall it's about 16 inches long. If there's any tippage in the blade, it shows up, very fine out at that tip, and that's what you measure. And then you get them to everybody sit straight, go back and forth, because once you adjust one side, go to the other side, it changes. You come back to the original side, and then do a last check, and you're good. And I shouldn't have to mess with it for a while, but it's good to check it once in a while and just measure your boards as they're coming off to see that they're nice and straight. So, okay, this was your sawmill update. Cook Saw. They're a great company out of Lower Alabama. Make a fabulous product. Just a small family company. They treat you well. They put a good product out. I had to wait 68 weeks. So people are still ordering mills faster than they can build it. And this is a MP32. This is the manual mill, and I just happened to go with, you know, a big electric motor, 15 horse, 3-phase, because I have a genset generator, nice little 4-cylinder Isuzu diesel, 2.2 liter. It's a 25 kW, so it's producing more than enough um, kilowatts for this rig. We're not even, I hardly hear it even lug down. And then I got a compressor, which I never had, and what a joy it is to be able to blow everything off. Saw it here for 17 years and never knew what I was missing. So it's good. Okay, I will talk to you again another time. See ya.